Yo, 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 welcome to the first episode, Lakers Chronicles. My first topic of today is going to be about who should be the Lakers' next head coach. Now, there's several different options we could do. First, let's start off with Ettore Messina, who is an assistant coach for the Spurs right now. His resume is very impressive. I know he got over 20 years worth of coaching experience, several European championships. Um, he's really skilled as far as utilizing people's strengths and weaknesses, um, and using big guards as well. I think that anytime you're a ex-Spur or have some type of dealing with Greg Popovich, you turn out to be a pretty solid coach, player, um, even up top. So, I would definitely say he has the perfect pedigree behind him to make the right moves for me. Now, the second coach everybody's going crazy over, who is also an Arizona Wildcat like myself, Luke Walton. I think Luke Walton is a very, very smart player and probably very smart as far as a coach. He's another guy I know would understand X's and O's, strengths and weaknesses, um, how to play small ball. He has that Phil Jackson as his coach, so he has definitely has the right mind state to make things work. I think that Luke Walton really hasn't shown much because he's just been a head coach. I want to say he was 40-3, maybe. So you really didn't get a chance to see what he has done over a year's period of time. But based off 40-3, is a decent record. But he does have the best team in the NBA. So I'm not gonna say that it's easy to coach them, but with those talent and those guys that have on their team, they could have won 40 games without a coach, more than likely. Not to take away from the skill that I think Luke Walton has. Um, I would say for me, if we was to hire a coach, I would like for Luke Walton to be the head coach because one thing for sure I know, he was very smart. He understands the game. Was definitely a team player. I think that being that he's young, he can grow with the Lakers' young core. Russell, Clarkson, Randall, Nance, and maybe even Tarek Black. So I know he could definitely grow with those guys to, you know, get to that Laker ball that we're used to. I'm not gonna really say Showtime because it hasn't been Showtime in a while, but get back to that Lakers ball that we all love, that competitive ball, making things happen. Getting the crowd into it again. Definitely making a strong push for the playoffs. I want to see my Lakers in the playoffs 2016-17 season. Um, and then we have some other coaches that's still on the market. And I've heard some names of Tom Izzo. I don't know about Tom Izzo. I'm pretty sure Coach K is not leaving Duke Heaven. He got it made way too good to ever leave a program like that. Coach Cal, he's probably not leaving either. Um, and then you have, I heard Derek Fisher wants to be part of it. I think Derek Fisher was doing a great job with New York. He was definitely starting to see, turn over a new leaf before he was released. I definitely think the team made made a bigger stride from the beginning of the season to when he was released. And then you have Kevin Ollie, who was a pretty good college coach. He definitely can motivate the kids, talk to them a certain way, get into their head a certain way. They want a coach that's going to be able to recruit. I would say that maybe he has a strong chance of recruiting Kevin Durant from OKC to the Lakers. A lot of people think that's a pipe dream, but hey, this is LA. This is where dreams come true. So I would definitely say Kevin Ollie deserves at least an interview, perhaps. And well, let's just see what he does. He was a role player in the NBA, but you could always tell that he was one of those guys that was a leader in the huddle, a stand up guy in the locker room, in the community, and all those things are great things when it comes to becoming a coach, especially for the Los Angeles Lakers. And who else do we have out there? Um, There's a few other names. Mark Jackson. I think Mark Jackson showed everybody what he could do in OKC. No, excuse me, not OKC, but showed everybody what he can do when he was at Golden State. I think that he definitely turned their team around from that first year where they lost. I don't want to quote, but they lost a lot of games that first year, and then turned the team around to win 30. I don't want to say 30 plus games the following year. So he's definitely worth giving a look, and hopefully the Lakers interview everybody that they can. Definitely don't miss out on no great opportunities. And if I had to pick a choice of who I think the coach might end up being, I'm going to say this. If Luke Walton doesn't take the job, be looking for Messina to be the head coach. Lead the Spurs, comes to LA, brings that foreign game. I think he could definitely use Clarkson and D'Angelo Russell, that height, that 6'5" height, two big guards. He would definitely use that to his advantage, and probably a Julius Randle also with his skill set of being able to bring the ball up and do the things that he do. Once he calms down and understands the game and moves at a pace of not really out of control, the Lakers could be a definitely a dangerous young core for years to come. Well, this is the end of the first episode, Lakers Chronicles. This is the juice, my juice.